Coming up on In the Know, a Nobel laureate visits LMU and a refugee camp is constructed in Alumni Mall.
I'm Jacqueline Jimenez. Why are LMU students participating in this protest? Stay tuned for the answer.
Mario Morales here. I'll have all the best moments for you from the 2007 Battle of the Bands, straight ahead.
And I'm Jessica Boyd. Why are students from LMU firing arrows at this archery range? Find out later on in the show.
From LMU's television studios in Los Angeles, this is In the Know. News that matters to you.
Welcome to another episode of In the Know,
the show where we only cover stories that matter to you, the student body. I'm Tashana Whitmore.
And I'm Giselle Barang. Nobel laureate Jody Williams spoke to a full house of students in Bern's back court on October 24th. Now, this was all part of a larger campaign to raise awareness of the humanitarian crisis in Darfur. In the Know correspondent Bree Marshall examines this crisis in Darfur and how the LMU community is raising awareness and educating others about this conflict.
Darfur, an area about the size of Texas, lies in western Sudan and borders Libya, Chad, and the Central African Republic. The current crisis began in 2003. Since then, some 400,000 people have lost their lives. It started under the direct support of the government of Sudan's armed forces and the militia known as the Janjaweed. Collectively, these two groups are responsible for the constant threats of bombings, raids, murder, rape, and torture. Jody Williams is no stranger to the human suffering occurring there. Last February, she led a UN mission to the region and reported on the Sudanese government's many human rights violations. What disturbed her greatly was the almost daily rape of Darfur women.
When the woman is raped, generally they don't kill them. They just gang rape them and let them go, knowing that the men will leave them because it brings dishonor on the man that his woman has been raped. It's systematic. Thousands of women have been raped to destroy the fabric of the family and the fabric of the culture and the fabric of the community so you can never rebuild.
Williams also spoke to the crowd on how they too can make a difference in the world.
1 hour a month. Imagine if everybody who really cared about an issue gave 1 hour a month to volunteer what the world could be like. There's no excuse. You're smart, you go to Loyola, you pay a hell of a lot of money to go here. Use the education you're getting to make the world a better place, please.
Junior Miriam Alonzo was very inspired by Williams' message.
And I love the way she just tells it like it is. She's not going to sugarcoat anything for anyone or try to make you feel good about yourself, except that she wants you to know that you can do anything if you just get off your butt and do it.
ASLMU put together their own mock refugee camp right here in Alumni Mall. This gave students a chance to learn about genocide and what it's like to be a refugee.
Camp Darfur contained harrowing reminders of some of the world's most historical cases of genocide. Another part of the experience was the students actually spending the night in the tents. They also created artwork full of messages of hope and peace for the Darfurian children living in refugee camps. John Weems was one of the planners behind Camp Darfur.
So it's sort of this dual approach where by sleeping out here we're raising awareness, but at the same time by donating for the soup and t-shirts and stuff, it's getting funneled through Jody. It's the most efficient use of funds possible to address the crisis in Darfur.
Despite the poor air quality from the California wildfires, students used their experience of Camp Darfur as a time for reflection.
I was kind of laying there looking up at like the love and peace graffiti and like our prayers are with you, and I just thought like I wish every single person in the world could have love and peace for people in Darfur, because it takes a lot more than just like college students.
What a lot of people don't understand is how they're actually living, and we can pray for them, we can do certain things, but until we understand what they're really doing is when we can really fully act on what we're doing here tonight.
And act we must if we ever hope to see the crisis in Darfur resolved. This has been Bree Marshall for In the Know. Back to you in the studio.
Thank you for that report, Bree. The crisis in Darfur was not the only social justice cause here on campus. For the second year in a row, several students rallied for the rights of hotel workers on Century Boulevard. Correspondent Jacqueline Jimenez was on hand to witness their fight for social change.
Help!
LAX hotel workers and supporters joined together along Century Boulevard to voice their discontent for unjust labor practices. Since the September protest of last year, the hotels claim they have taken strides in improving working conditions. But have the workers seen any progress? No, nothing at all. The hotel workers are requesting greater compensation in order to have better living conditions, as well as unionization.
And even then, that isn't sufficient enough for them to actually support a family of 2 or 3. So hopefully through unionizing them, we're not only unionized here at Elton LAX, but to unionize all the hotels here on Century Boulevard.
The Students for Labor and Economic Justice, as well as other Lions, showed their passion for this cause through a pilgrimage of justice.
And supporters and students who started the action today at 12 noon and who walked for over 5 miles from Loyola Marymount University to join us today.
Well, there's nothing that says we are here to make a difference on Los Angeles and make a mark on this country, make LMU the premier school on the West Coast, than starting to support working families and working individuals that come to this country.
The employees were able to create a visual representation of their pain and suffering. Each square of the 300-foot-long quilt stood for a worker who had sustained a job-related injury. The protest eventually grew from a small picket line to a crowd of over 500 people, culminating in a march from the Hilton to the Westin Hotel. Workers will continue on in their battle for justice as long as it takes. But one thing is for certain, LMU students will be there to support them.
It's taking it a step further and living the mission, living our purpose and living what we do. And it starts with us, starts right here.
This has been Jacqueline Jimenez for In the Know.
All right, Jacqueline, thanks for that report. It's always nice to see that LMU students are passionate about causes for social justice. Okay, Lions, there's a new play for you to check out called Heights. Performances will be held in Foley Patio from November 15th to 16th at 8 p.m. Although admission is free, seating is limited, so try to arrive early. If you would like more information about Heights, contact LMU Theater Department at extension 87832.
Now, LMU students are known for their artistic ability in theater, dance, and yes, of course, music. These students were given the opportunity to showcase their musical talents in ASLMU's Battle of the Bands. Our own Mario Morales was able to get a front row seat.
Music echoed across O'Malley Field for ASLMU's Battle of the Bands.
Battle of the Bands has been around for a while, but last year they chose not to do it. But we had a lot of people asking about it before school even started. We had bands emailing us, so we knew that there was a lot of bands that wanted to get involved.
From those that applied, 5 acts representing different genres of music were chosen, each having at least one member who is an LMU student. The Hillbilly Cats took to the stage first with a variety of country ballads. Their gentle melodies included themes of drinking, young love, and Saturday nights in the city.
Pedal to the metal, fully change their minds. We gotta howl at the moon, shoot out the lights. It's a small town Saturday night.
Next up was Forget Tomorrow, a cover band with an alternative tune. The band rocked out and brought an intense energy to their performance.
I'm sorry you have take me so seriously. Take me so seriously. All we got left to do.
Following Forget Tomorrow, Inner Light hit the stage with their fusion of spiritual melodies and alternative rock. The guys changed things up by throwing in a piano and a hand drum, which added to the mix. Allura pumped up the crowd with their relentless hardcore sound. Hair flew and heads banged as the band took things up a notch. The last act to perform was Static Status, a hip-hop rap group who rocked the mic with their mixed beats and rhymes. The fellas flowed verses about what it is like to be an MC.
I'm party like an MC until my tank is empty. I'm still dancing. The beautiful brown eyes, still telling the champion to start over perfection. Hello, my name is
After the final performance, the audience got to vote for their favorite acts. And the winner of the 2007 Battle of the Bands was Allura. The guys were pretty surprised at their victory, but still pleased.
It was good because Sean goes here, so make him look cooler.
Yeah, I don't really have any friends, so anyone watching, come find me. I cry in my room a lot by myself, so.
Keep an eye out for the next big music event hitting campus, College Fest. Until then, keep on rockin', LMU.
It's no secret that LMU has lots of great sports teams. There's everything ranging from soccer to water polo. But did you know that we now offer archery? Correspondent Jessica Boyd has an inside look on this new and unique club.
Ready, Aim, Fire is the LMU Archery Club. Since there is no archery range as of yet on campus, they hold weekly practice sessions at the Rancho Park Archery Range here in Los Angeles. Gary Landers, a chemistry professor at LMU, has been an avid archer for 2 years.
We have a central core of members that are shooting regularly, and we do hope that they will compete. And, for other members, they may only be interested in shooting for fun, and that's okay. But yes, we're definitely hoping to field a team to represent LMU at collegiate tournaments.
One of the members of that team is freshman Jonathan Urbanez, who recently rediscovered his passion for the sport.
When I'm on the range, it helps me relieve stress. I usually forget about everything else, my homework, family problems, stuff like that.
If you want to become a member, you can contact Archery Club President Adam Garcia via email at adamg32@gmail.com, or you can join the official Facebook group Lion Archers for more information.
It's totally free. Anyone can do it. Even if you haven't shot before, you can do it. And all the coaches are really nice. Take you through the safety class, and then you're shooting. It's pretty fun.
This has been Jessica Boyd reporting. Now back to you in the studio.
I don't know about you, Tashana, but I like to have my breakfast no matter what time I wake up. This is great because the LMU dining services are offering a monthly brunch special at the Lair. This is all you can eat for just $9.99. The next one will be November 11th from 10:30 to 2 o'clock.
And speaking of food, it's that time again. The Farmers Market will be back in Alumni Mall on Wednesday, November 7th from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. Come out and see all the fresh produce they have to offer.
Well, that's going to do it for us on this newscast.
And if you're interested in any numbers or web links mentioned on this episode, please visit RoarNetwork.com and click on the In the Know link. This has been Tashana Whitmore
and Giselle Barang. And now, you're in the know.
Ordinary people like you and me standing up and taking action to make the world a better